played once, Sam. For all time's sake.
Okay, let me paint you a picture. It's 1992 and we're in 5th grade, getting ready to start junior high the following year. Now, obviously, I'm really cool, so I'm wandering around in my Seattle Sonics starter jacket. You might be wearing an 8-ball sweatshirt and some acid wash jeans. But either way, we giggled our way through that DARE presentation and rushed home to watch Saved by the Bell. Then if you were like me, you played street hockey till the streetlights came on. Also, if you were like me, you might have drank apple juice at lunch for the last time. You see, in 1992, the Florida Orange Growers Association put out an ad about 2 kids on their first day of junior high school. "You didn't bring your lunch?" says the stupid kid who's totally naive to the ways of the world. "This is junior high. You don't bring your lunch. You buy lunch," says the much more sophisticated and worldly 6th grade friend with the bowl cut. "Oh, I knew that," said the nerd. "Do you want an apple juice?" "This is junior high. You don't drink apple juice. You drink orange juice." It was a great ad. It didn't sell me a product. At no point did I hear, "Hey, grab a Sunny D." Didn't tell me about features of orange juice. "Hey, Sunkist now comes with no pulp." And for me, that was it. Apple juice was for babies, dog. Orange juice, now that was a high-class beverage. Might have only been trumped by Capri Sun or Surge Soda. Maybe milk. Because in addition to OJ, like any child of the 80s, I know that milk does a body good. Look, I know this so well that even though I'm pushing 40 and lactose intolerant and milk gives me a tummy ache, literally not doing my body any good, I still have this internalized and I still buy milk and I still drink milk. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why. Look, these campaigns didn't sell me Dairy Gold. They didn't tell me what was in milk. They were vague, but they sold this idea that was powerful to their target demo. And 30 years later, I still remember that ad about the 10-year-old skinny kid getting diesel and the girl finally deciding that she was into him. Look, the 80s were shallow, but that was an effective ad. Powerful marketing shapes our perception. It transforms industries, but most importantly, it taps into any deep-seated fears, needs, loves, or beliefs that we have. And at its best, it helps shift those belief systems for the better. At its worst, it exploits them, and it exploits us. But regardless, it can fundamentally change the way we live our lives, and then it sells us a product. David Ogilvy once said, "It takes a big idea to attract the attention of consumers. And unless your advertising contains a big idea, it'll pass like a ship in the night." I doubt that more than one campaign in 100 contains a big idea. Personally, I love reading about these campaigns because they tap into our psychology and have a profound impact. And as a marketer, hi, by the way, my name's Kevin. I'm a marketer. You got LinkedIn. You don't need my backstory. That's not why we're here. But as a marketer, I'm a student of this game, so I love digging a layer deeper. And that's what this is all about. Look, it's another podcast because we don't have enough of those. And I don't know how long this is going to last or how many episodes I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll invite you to come share your own favorite stories or write your own segments. I'm not sure. And I don't know if I'll get too busy to keep it going. But listen, I listen to a lot of marketing podcasts that interview marketers about their marketing journey and their background and their philosophy. And look, those are great, but we don't need another one. So here's my promise. I'm going to make these as fun and engaging as possible. I'm going to keep them relatively short because that's how I consume content. And I'm going to keep them focused on great, interesting, paradigm-shifting marketing. Think of this as game tape for great marketing and great creative. To be honest, I'm doing this because I like to geek out about this stuff, and I need creative outlets to stay productive and engaged in other venues. This is more for me than it is for you. And as my man Ogilvy also said, where people aren't having any fun, they seldom produce good work. So who knows? Maybe if I do enough of these, I'll finally start carrying my weight at work. All right, that's enough backstory. I hope you enjoy this as much as I'm enjoying making them. This is Play It Back. Okay, here we are, y'all, returning to the office. You know, some of us. I mean, some of the time. But the point is, look, in some capacity, you're probably going to have to look like a grown-up again. I'm going on campus twice a week. It means putting clothes on. It means combing my hair. It's weird. I'm not ready for it. The ripped gym shorts and man buns we all got accustomed to during the pandemic, they might not fly anymore. And look, you might find yourself saying, whoa, Kev, I don't even remember what I can wear to the office. Do I rock a full tuxedo? Is it a 3-piece suit? Footsie jammies? What are the rules anymore? Luckily for us, Levi Strauss and Dockers already saved you from relearning how to tie a double Windsor knot when they invented business casual several decades ago. All right, look, to be fair, they didn't invent business casual, but they did define it, and they likely brought it into your life, along with that sweet, sweet pair of Dockers iron-free flat front khakis that make your calves look incredible. In 1992, remember the same time I was giving up apple juice in preparation for junior high, Levi Strauss & Co. published a guide to casual business wear, which included lots of photos of people in the office rocking Levi's and Dockers products and looking hella fly with shoulder-padded blazers and sweater vests. It also included actual guidelines for what business casual should mean. And those guidelines were specific. Some of them included keep wrinkled, stained, or dirty clothing out of the workplace. Yep, got it. Avoid ripped jeans and distressed clothes. Okay. Sleeveless shirts and tank tops are inappropriate for most offices. Cover bare shoulders with a blazer or cardigan if necessary. Okay, I get it. Leave flashy, loud clothing, including t-shirts with printed messages at home. Okay, it's getting a little intense. And avoid lingerie looks or too revealing outfits in the office. Be sure to check that garments are not too transparent. Calm down now, guys. Why these guidelines? Why were they important? It feels really self-explanatory, doesn't it? Just don't be a slob at work. And to those of you who are asking that question right now, I want to remind you about the pandemic we've been living in for the last 2 years. I've seen every one of your hoodie sweatshirts and baseball hats. I've seen your cutoff t-shirts, and you've seen my inappropriate lingerie looks, but don't kid yourself, buddy. We all know I rock the hell out of that teddy. Look, we were barely 2 weeks into Zoom life, and y'all turned into Lord of the Flies. Nothing matters. Here are my sweatpants. There's shredded cheese in my hair. I haven't done laundry since the before time. And look, when you think about it, this was also the reality when companies started relaxing their dress codes. This was well before Levi's got involved. In the 50s, Hewlett-Packard introduced Casual Fridays, and Levi's credited the Hawaiian Fashion Guild with Aloha Fridays in the 60s. So by the early 90s, HR departments saw that people were happier and more productive when they were more comfortable. How about that? But the problem was people took advantage of that and dressed like it was 2 weeks at Coachella. So the US apparel industry was also struggling at that time, and Levi's saw a huge opportunity. The guide to casual business wear was printed, packaged, and sent out to 25,000 HR departments across the country. They saw the fear from business leaders, the desire from employees, and the opportunity to set a tone that favored their products. Yeah, the guide was branded, obviously, but that wasn't the main goal. The goal was to get people to establish standards for casual work. According to Evans' research, before the guide, 66% of businesses had a casual policy. By 1995, that had jumped to 90%, and Levi's sales were up to $6.2 billion, 10% more than the year before. All they needed to do was give HR departments a framework, give employees permission, and set the tone that jeans and khakis were in fact professional. Naturally, if that belief is internalized, Levi and Dockers sales go up. And not just that, Levi's became the trusted expert. IBM, Aetna, Charles Schwab, they saw the campaign and they hired Levi's as a consultant, creating internal videos, guidelines, and trainings. This is an apparel company, guys. An apparel company that broke the mold by going to business leaders first. They not only changed how many pairs of their chinos we buy, they changed how we present ourselves at work, which turned every single office worker in the country into a potential customer. And they did this with one piece of content, one pillar piece of content that solved a specific pain point. They did it intentionally and with great creative, and then they had a killer distribution plan at scale. Think about that the next time your campaign includes 47 blog posts. For me, the lesson here is to find where that hidden pain is. It's not always on the beaten path. For a jeans company who sells denim and khakis to consumers to say, you know what? I want to run a campaign to HR departments. That takes a growth mindset that we can all aspire to. And look, personally, I want them to bring it back. Dockers, I'm talking to you now. Give me a hashtag hybrid pant campaign. Send the guide to hybrid attire to every company in the world, HR departments all over the place. This return to hybrid work is the perfect opportunity. Khakis, they're great at home, comfy, cozy, of course. They're also great in the office. A pair of Dockers flat front iron-free khakis, forget about it. Anyway, Dockers, Levi's, thank you for the dress code that lets me forget how to tie that double Windsor. We salute you. And for the rest of you, what's the untapped inroad you're ignoring today? Go find it so I can do a segment on how brilliant you are too. Okay, thanks for playing this one back with me. Let me know what you think. I've got a bunch of these to share, but if you have campaigns that you love, I'm going to keep digging in so we can play it back again next week. Thanks.